GA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Hall to start the drive. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. You talk about this Falcon defense. Yeah, they played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. It's Joshua Williams with a pick, and the Falcons are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ball game.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there. Open man is Kyle Pitts, his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 34.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
Here's Levis. Escaping the pressure right. A throw on the run, but that's going to be incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Levis now off of play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll throw incomplete.
I think he had to hold that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll throw it again with Levis. Flush to his right. Looking for the end zone. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
That one brought back a few nightmares, because when the quarterback gets outside of the pocket, your job as a defensive back, make sure you stay as deep as the deepest receiver and not let anyone leak behind you for a big play. A nice job there, having discipline and not letting them connect on that pass.
So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to make amends for that first drive, which came to a rather abrupt ending.
Certainly did, and I remember going back to my notes before this game, and a lot of times when I scout a guy, I have a little section about how does he handle adversity. And in this case, a big check mark. He may have thrown the first interception, but I don't think he's going to throw very many more.
You talk about this Falcon defense. And they've played well against the pass, currently ranked 7th in the NFL.
Yeah, defending the pass hasn't been an issue for them. It's been stopping the run. And if they don't stop the run, they can't get back to their strength, which is guarding against the air attack.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. The completion on first didn't get much, and now the run on second doesn't get a whole lot either.
Well, if you're a good play caller, you've already looked ahead and anticipated this type of situation. Already down on his play sheet, trying to dial up a big third down play.
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. So another interception for him on the year. He is making quite a splash in his rookie campaign.
And most linebackers feel they're lucky if they get 1 or 2 of these a year, because once you start getting to 3, 4, and 5, that's when you know you've got a special player and someone the quarterbacks have to account for.
Back to throw, it's Levis. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. They're just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if I'm going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Levis from the gun. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. The Charger drive about to get going. In the midst of, well, let's just say a not-so-rosy losing streak. They've got the open week, though, coming up next weekend, so you have to figure this to be a game that they dearly love to have.
Oh, indeed. They have to have this one because that's something positive to take with you when you go away for a few days, and it actually releases your mind. If they lose this one, that mind stays cluttered the entire time they're away, and they've got to scramble to get back in sync when they start playing again.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line.
That's another Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They'll try the air now with Herbert. And check down complete to Hall. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Oh, it's time to give more credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now the first carry here for their running back. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Back to throw here, Herbert. He'll find Metcalf. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down. They gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So, 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense on balance.
And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. These two teams all tied after 1.
With the score tied 3-3.
2nd quarter now, Falcon football, as they've got it 2nd down and 11. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Levis back to throw. Wow, and that is incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. Levis to throw it. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off, and the Chargers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster, 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. And the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 67 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. On 1st down, right back to Hall. And he stopped immediately there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
44-yard line.
Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a 1st down. Hall on a give up the middle. Shoves him aside. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Paul again. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another 1st down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Oh, they'll get this to Metcalf on the jet sweep. And that one never got off the ground. He's going to be stopped up well behind the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. In motion goes the tight end. They'll give to Hall. And that'll move him a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
Now Herbert, 3rd and goal. His pass caught at the 4. A great job to hold him to just a yard there. Now it's 4th and goal. Cameron Dicker on now to try the field goal. From the right hash, and this one just a chipping. And his kick is good. So a long drive gets him down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So all field goals so far, 6 3-yard score as the kick is away.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts. Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Levis out of the shotgun now. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's going to be touched down, but he's got the 1st down. Well, hang on now. We're going to pause here. We've got an injured player. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Levis. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air. And sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Levis. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Levis to throw once more. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And this will be taken at the 13. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
2nd and 10. Now it's Herbert. Throw left side complete. That's Hall. They'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Well, that certainly changes things.
Yeah, I think the thought process is they take this lead into the locker room, run something simple here and run the clock out. Instead, they get the big play. Now they have a chance to increase what they've done in the first half.
Here's Herbert. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And the Falcons are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They start on the ground with Robinson here. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Levis sets up to throw here. And he'll be hit as he releases it. Ball incomplete.
This is a half where not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Falcons first down, and he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. Looking to throw. Gray. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. 15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end drop.
Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Gray. Flushed out right. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot it. It's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on it. But instead, let it too far, incomplete.
The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. All even through one half of football as we get back underway in quarter number 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
An excellent way to start the drive there, 18 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Looking to throw. Gray sets up the screen to Robinson. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. The Falcon passing game looking good on this drive as they get the first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So from Charger territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to throw. Gray. The left side completion to Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
Now what we're seeing, this is much better from this offense because so far in this game, no touchdowns to this point. And what's usually a direct correlation? Very few explosive plays. That's been their issue. Not able to make that big shot downfield or break one off. But
over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Robinson will score. Touchdown, Atlanta. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. And not willing to risk a return. This ball is going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Ball again on second down. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical. They'll
go again with Hall. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Straight ahead is Hall. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. Oh, they're changing this at the line. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake. Gray. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And he's certainly not a guy that drops off football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Herbert. This pass out wide to Hall. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. They'll come up facing 3rd and 5. Herbert now. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. It'll be just an 18-yard punt. And it will be Falcon football.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Jones has it. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Still a few inches short of the first down as they come up now on second down. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield. Now 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Gray. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Chargers are right back in this football game. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Oh, he had a man running free, but he overshot him, and it's incomplete.
Looked like they were set up defensively in a zone coverage, but somehow they found a seam because that receiver all alone. By rights, that should have been a touchdown, but somehow this ball's overthrown.
From the gun, Herbert on 3rd down. He's got his target. That's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Out of the gun, they run it with Hall. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And pretty good running as he'll be close to a first down at the Falcons' 29. 130 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Justin Herbert looking to pass. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. A handoff for Hall. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. Here's Hall again. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 4 yards on the play. That's going to lead to 1st and goal.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
They'll run with Hall. They're able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop it right around the 1.
Good work there, holding them out on first down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
They'll bring a tight end in motion. They'll look to run with Hall. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Breece Hall with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the fourth. Now, this one setting up for a great finish. All tied in the fourth as the kick's away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown, all tied up in the fourth quarter, and a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. A tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Back to throw. Gray. And this is going to be intercepted. And the Chargers will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 45-yard line.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
At the 44-yard line.
Here's second down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. And this one's incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Herbert. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the fourth quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Short throw caught by Pitts. And he's got room. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Looking to throw. Gray. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line.
And, partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Back to throw now on 1st down. And that's going to be caught. Touchdown. And they've broken our tie here in the final minute.
Well, any thoughts about overtime have ended at this juncture. That touchdown puts them up 6. I would imagine they'll kick the extra point now and rely on their defense.
Yeah, rely on their defense. So a little bit of time left on the clock here in the fourth, but they got to feel good now. Carlson on for the PAT. And they will take a 7-point lead now.
Next to score, Falcons 20, Chargers 13.
Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Some hitting going on now. This has been a tight game. He takes a big shot there on the return. This is 1st and 10. Now Herbert. Yeah, he'll find Hall. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Herbert. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Chargers going to use their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. Throwing, Herbert. And that is incomplete.
Partner, they've got one chance left to keep this one going, and I think for you and me, let's think along with their offensive coordinator now. Has to think back, cycle through every play of this contest, and remember what's worked and what hasn't. Because right here, he needs the best play of the game in order to keep this one alive.
4th down for Herbert. Desperation time. That's complete to Lamb. Now he's loose down the left sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds inside the 25-yard line. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down.
Listen, when you're at this point of the game, all options are on the table. 4th down, they say, we've got to go for it. And what a play they come up with. Big yardage there to keep the drive alive.
Herbert to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Hall. This one came right down to the wire.